then leave. How you bored at some place? Man, Jesus Christ, people don't know how to think. You're bored at a place that you not really at, but you can just log off or go roll at a click of a thumb. You can be somewhere and you waste your time to tell somebody you bored. Jesus Christ, this is what the world do. Lord, please get trade and code back in these schools so people don't waste time putting stuff in people's chats. They'll be out using their hands and sawing and hammering and working, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Amen. What is wrong with you silly dudes? If you, if females are more witty than that, that had to be a dude. Jeez, ugh. But I gotta get ready to go here in a second because I got a meeting at 12 and I gotta get back out here in the tractor. But I got offered, I gotta be careful how I say this because I don't want to offend anyone. I don't want to offend the young lady who gave me a call. But I've been very strategic about what I say. And if I make any mistakes, I clear them up. But no, I've been pretty thorough about what I've been saying because I know how to go along, get along game they play. Every conversation that I'm having with everyone now, they're recording me, even in the state of Georgia, which I know and they know is illegal. But that's what they're doing. They'll try to say things like, are you saying this? Disregarding the words that you actually say. And a lot of the go along, get along game does this. Are you actually, when you start off with, are you actually, just stop it and ask me, what are you saying? And I don't need to expound on what you say. Don't frame anything for me. Just ask me what I'm saying and what I meant, and I can tell you. And, I think it's real interesting how so many people are coming at a man that just said put trading and codes in schools. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do some research later on today, and I'm gonna put up the numbers and what males were making, black men in the condition that we were in, when you can learn a trade and you can get a certification out of high school. I'm gonna do the actual numbers because what I was told on the phone was utterly ridiculous, in my opinion. I was offered to join a group, which I already said I don't want to join no group because I know what comes with that, company policy, or since you're in this group and you're representing us now, and you're on this board, you can't talk like this. Don't go on YouTube, don't say this. So that lets me know I'm getting a lot of political people attention. So that's even further. I'm hitting to another tier of the go along, get along game. I think because they thought that, I was only going to be here for 15 minutes. But we the people, you people, can I say you people? We the people, you people, you know what I mean? You guys are starting to see the hypocrisy and the bias on how they do things in the media. They frame me as this killer because of what some other people did, what some other family members did. They never did that to the Jeffrey Dahmers of the world. They never did that to any, I've never seen this type of thing happen to a guy with my record. Signed and sealed and delivered to a college by a sophomore year. Didn't go there, went to the #1 draft pick, haven't hurt a fly. The only arrest, most of the charges got dropped. If not all, I think all, matter of fact, all. Because I don't play celebrity games. I sit there quiet, take me to fucking jail. No, I'm not being disorderly. I just think what you said, you don't tell me to shut the fuck up. That's not lawful. And if you want to tell me to shut the fuck up, then take me to jail. And we'll see if the judge let you tell me to shut the fuck up. I know that's not lawful, so you shut the fuck up. That's the type of things I'm going to jail for. Just regular being a man type shit. And those charges were dropped too. So a guy that's really not a criminal, really no threat to anyone, that's not a threat to him, And now they'll let people say allegations about me. But the go along, get along gang, you can't say anything about them. There will be no charges brought up on allegations. There will be no nothing. They get to walk like gods on earth. And usually what happens when they come to you like they came to me, and because this has happened to me before, when I played in the league, they put guys around you, you need to know me. Why do I need to know you? Well, if you want to make it in here, you need to know me. And I made it 12 years without knowing none of them motherfuckers. Now, it might not have been in the way the 12 years that certain people wanted it to go, but I was free all 12 motherfucking years. And guess what? I can live with that. You didn't see me wear a purse. You didn't see me wear a dress. You didn't see me put on high heels. You didn't see me in no groups. I've turned some of the biggest names down when they asked me to do some of the bullshit these guys doing. So they know I'm right. So now I've entered into another lane of the go along, get along game. This is the now. We couldn't let this nigga go gracefully. And people are starting to catch on to him. The defaming his name tactics ain't really working. So now we at the next phase. Let's just lie on him. So for the young lady who called me, this is not an attack on you. I swear to God, I love you like cook food. But I will not be joining any groups. If the numbers are long, I say I won't play politics with anybody. You're not gonna get me to stop cursing when they pay people to say sexy little bitch, sexy little hoe. You're not gonna get me to stop cursing when our music that our children are listening to is way worse than what I'm saying. You're not gonna get me to change. I'm gonna tell you what grown-ups with 3 trades would tell you back when I was growing up. I'm fucking grown. We need more men that's walking this world, that's walking on this land like I'm talking right now. And that'll solve a lot of shit. Men like this weak weasel and a couple of these weak weasel, now a new guy done joined the fray. An actual guy that I never said nothing bad about. Actually, was liking his video. Never said a word to him negative. You can't tell no another man what to say. Carcino make videos I don't agree with, and as soon as he say something I don't agree with, excuse me, I don't go to his page or make a video say, fuck you this, fuck you, self-talk. No, it's their fucking page. They are fucking adults. Carcino make a video that I don't agree with or I don't necessarily understand or know nothing about. Guess what I do as an adult? I mind my fucking business. So now because you didn't agree with something I said, now I'm a bitch ass motherfucker. Wow, that's kind of aggressive. All the people that want me to clean up my tongue and all this stuff, I'm starting to notice a through line. When they get upset, they sound just like me, if not worse. I'm just not pretending with you. Gotcha. What you see with me is what you get. Will I walk into the Fountain Blue in Miami and get up on that stage and curse and act like this? No. You will see a well-spoken, directly speaking, hit you with nothing but them hard facts, speak like a regular everyday person. No, I'm not gonna sit up there and I'll probably be the person with the less degrees because I don't have any. Everybody on the panel can probably speak better than me, repeat history better than me, all that great stuff. But I'm still gonna be useful in the room. And that's why they asked me to come there. So it's sad that we have these unskilled males that just sit and talk the way they do. To just sit and talk the way they do. Oh yeah, he coming for the kids, he coming for the this. Are you an idiot or what? When I can call the principals, the superintendents, the directors, I got the people on my side. I got the director on my side. The fuck I want to do stuff to some kids for, boy, you stupid. Why all of a sudden, if there's no go along, get along game, why all of a sudden, because I said put trade and code in school, because I said we have a media that bashes black men, that talk bad about black men to lower their contracts. Because I said they have a system to kick black males in the ass. You know, them little young hungry lions that can make their mama $1 million like Soldier Boy. You know, the ones like Chief Keef that can stand and jump around in the goddamn living room and make the whole motherfucking world watch with no equipment, with no nothing. Yeah, those little boys. The ones you want to keep putting girls above because you don't want nobody to see. These little boys are fucking amazing. And that's not to take anything away from little girls. But you've been playing this seesaw battle between little boy and girl long enough. These little motherfucking boys have been doing amazing shit and getting no credit. And I'm one of them. And your sons are one of them too. How many teenagers we need to see? How many? How many have held back with this one and done rule? How many have they held back with this fucking Djvlad rule? Where they gotta stay hand in the pocket first. Why not direct to consumer? Maybe that's why they wanna make you believe Soldier Boy crazy. Soldier Boy taught damn near the whole world, a kid, a teenage kid, direct to consumer. And no, he don't read like you. And no, he don't know how to do all the big dissertations and all the other shit like everybody else will brag about. But guess what that boy know how to do? Do some shit nobody else knew how to do. Nobody else figured that shit out for Soldier Boy. A teenage black boy. Maybe that's why they keep telling you about black girl magic and nothing about these black boys. Maybe that's why they keep designing a culture to make these black boys kill one another instead of sharing the greatness between each other. Look at how many rappers make some excellent goddamn songs. But instead of dealing with the money and focusing on the money and building empires, building your own record label, you make one beef with the other so they can kill one another and go to jail, and that way white folks back in your pocket again.
Academics.
This is a fucking game. It's a simulation. We're gonna get your boys either way it go. You raise these boys up in a single parent household, regardless of what you think, they gonna miss their daddy and they gonna yearn for a man. So either one or two people gonna be their daddy. The jailhouse gonna be their daddy, or before they get to the jailhouse, some street nigga gonna be their daddy. And the luck of the draw, you better hope that street nigga is a money-making street nigga and not a killer. Because now your son is gonna be a killer. Now, will that happen in all situations? Obviously not. I myself, my father went to prison, and then my mother did the best she could. But I can tell you right goddamn now, I was one mistake away without my brothers kicking my drawers in my ass when they came home from prison, without mentors, without the help of a lot of people. All because I didn't have one person, my father. Without the help of the whole goddamn village gotta step in and do what one man can do, which is pat that little boy on the head and say, good fucking job. That's all I wanted to hear. I won every goddamn trophy you can think of. All I wanted was confirmation from my daddy. And that's what's wrong with a lot of these boys. We have to drop this ego, ladies. It's not taking nothing away from you by saying that your kid has half of the chromosomes in his body belong to the man that you laid with. Now, don't try to trump science, because science say those kids are gonna yearn for their father. Regardless how many stories you tell them. He might have not been a shit boyfriend. He might have been slanging that thing, 50 going north. He might be a weed head, alcoholic, but to that kid, he's everything. Put your feelings to the side and don't let these white folks keep using you. I'm pretty sure that there's some ain't shit daddies that just ain't gonna work with you whatsoever. But if you turn, some of you ladies, if you turn down the aggression, if you turn down the fighting and what he did when he was with you, because that no longer matters now, remember? He not with you. You going on the bigger and better thing. You the shit. So, with that being said, to that little girl or that little boy, he's the shit. He's the only person, if he's a real man, he's the only person that's going to speak to that daughter with truth and don't want anything from her in return. That's the only man that ain't going to lie to her. He can dust that goddamn liquor bottle off, put out that blunt, and tell her some of the best shit she ever heard in her life because he don't want nothing from her. That young man, woman, regardless of what that man did to his life, he might be able to find second life into making sure he tell his son about all the pitfalls that he went through. So don't be so quick to judge a man that done failed because he can teach his son not to fail.
And let people hear that clearly. Right? Now let's reiterate on those things. Now, that's what they do. For those who came in late and didn't hear it, he spoke about the go along, get along games trying to do their recruitment. See, that's what they do. First, they try to discredit you. And they try to turn people away from you. Then when they see, damn, well, he's still here. That's not working. What are they going to do now? Then they come with, let's try to bring him in. Because he's doing something that's working. And he's connecting with the people. It'd be better if we brought him in. Let's bring him on in. Then when you tell them again, kindly, thank you, but no thank you, they take it as an insult. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. Who was that? Pele, and Michael? Listen, they do that for those reasons and those purposes only. They take it as an insult when you don't do what they want you to do or they think you're going to do. I could be making way more money than I'm making now. Years earlier, I could have been where that puppet DJ Academics is right now. That could have been me. If I wanted to be a no moral, no backbone punk for the industry. If I wanted to be that and was okay with being that, I could have been there. All I had to do was say, all right, yeah, let's do it. That's all I had to do. Well, you can ask Kwame who tried to recruit him. They came after me again. After all these years, after I told them no, they went to a whole thing of sabotaging my page. All of a sudden, I'm getting spammed. I'm getting spammed all over the place. Then, Kwame comes along in May. Boom, everything skyrockets. My page is going off the chart. People are coming over that I've never seen before. Now here comes an offer. Hey, we really like your videos, we like your message, and we want to expand, we want to partner up with you. Nah. No, thank you. You might mean well. Like some of these people might be some of the good ones. That's not plugged in with this go along, get along game. But I've seen what happened when we're not them. And people have signed up with them, and then they find out down the road that company is basically a shell company, or they're going to sell out to go to the people you don't want to deal with. Then that comes along with provisions. Then that comes along with them taking money out of your finances and doing none of the damn work. It's like, what are we paying you for? What are we paying you for? Right? And the other person was like, man, now I'm paying Google and I'm paying this guy. Why? They're getting all your money for what? You're still doing the same work. They have not relieved anything from you. So why are they getting money? To do what? I have tons of proof backing up every case. And those are for some of them. So the best play is no play. The best action is don't even get involved. Keep your freedom, keep your independence as long as you can. Don't be a puppet. And don't be out here like academics, who is a cancer to this culture and to people, black people, period. Now, Kwame just admitted, I make some videos that he, or say some things that he probably don't agree with. And he said, you know what he do? He minds his business. But the stuff he do agree with, he tenfold. Now, I don't think it, I've seen a video he's made that I hadn't agreed with. But if I didn't, I would just stay out of it. Now, what have they tried to do to me? Since I told them, no, that's okay, I'm good, all of a sudden, I thanked them politely. All of a sudden, they come back around again. Just about 2 weeks ago, they came back around again and saying, hey, you know, we a new company. I mean, we're a good company here, and they're from the UK. At least the, you know, what it's titled under. So they're from the UK, and they're telling me, hey, we love your page. We love the stuff you do. You love everything you got going and this and that, and we want to work with you. We can do this and that. So I ignored it the first time around, well, mainly because I was busy. I went to other stuff that I had to address. So I'm dealing with that. Then all of a sudden, I get another email from the same people like, this is real. We are not a bot. Like, this is not a fake email. You know, we really want to talk to you and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I ignored it. Second time around, I ignored it. Because the way the verbiage was in there, it was like a desperate attempt to try to get me to pay attention to it, which made it more look like it was spam. or some type of way to get to me in the wrong way. And it was on the heels. See, I'm very observant to my page. I know if I put out a video and it performs well, and then all of a sudden you start getting emails. All of a sudden you start seeing things go wrong. That's how you know who's doing what and why. Before, not when I talk about Captain Jack. Like I told you, Jack too dumb to know anything about what's going on here. No, Matty Patty, Matt Barnes. Once I spoke about him, then you started to notice certain things were done to my page. Every time his name was mentioned, all kind of sabotage and all kind of asking requests of people who subscribe to me. Do you like this video? Is this video attacking him? All when it was mentioning him. Did all of this nonsense come into play? So I knew it was him. And did I stay away from him? Or did I double down? I went 10 toes down and said, you want to play, Matt? Let's play. And I brought I rained down sulfur on him. So anybody wanted to know why Matty Patty got it so hard? That's why he got it so hard. Because I know he knew and I know what was going on. And it got worse for him. Now, once that didn't work, Jack went over there and was like, hey, what do? I want to get them I want to get them too. Why am I not protected? So Jack decided to keep running his mouth and making himself look like a fool and exposing himself that he worked for the company, that he has no morals. So that's why he got it. Everybody got it for the reason that they got it for. They gave you the reason why they got it. Exactly. But they tried to paint Kwame Brown and myself as hateful. The content was too extreme. That's why I knew early on I had to take out profanity early on, because the more time you're using profanity, people want to tune you out. But the same people that are saying that are okaying other people to use profanity on their page 24/7, even in the titles. They say, well, your title that's just bad. I'm like, this person got the word dick in his title. And he ain't talking about Dick Clark. And y'all letting that ride. Oh, definitely. Hit the like button. See, because they want to make it seem like it's all bots. Right? All you guys are not real people. Nobody's really watching your page. This is a bunch of bots. And they wanted to try to use that with Kwame. Oh, it's just bot traffic. No, those are real people. All these people are real. So what they try to do now is they try to spam you by reporting you to YouTube. And these are the low tier YouTubers. That's part of this industry. What they do is they contact the people that they are associated with that's running their social media because they don't even do it. They got a group that they belong to that runs their page. And what they do is say, this person here is attacking me. Their page is hateful. And then they'll go and contact YouTube because they have a relationship, or one person that works at YouTube actually is a part of this group that they go to for support for their group. So now this person that works at YouTube is now in charge of also the support. So now the support tells them, okay, we're going to go ahead and flag this guy's whole channel because of one video of its content. So you'll get an email that just pops up out of nowhere randomly saying, this video we found is, we're going to have to put an age restriction on it because it's very vile, and it seems like you're talking about a lot of harm, and we think people under the age of 18 shouldn't. It's like, my content, I thought when you click the button, no, this is not for kids, that shouldn't stand anyway, right? But what they do is they put age restrictions on there to try to put, when you got all those age restrictions on there, what they try to do is lower you down for people searching for your content and them putting your content up there to be on, like, popping up on everybody's page at the video's end. Have you noticed that when a video goes off and another video come on, it'd be a video you didn't even subscribe to? You're like, what the hell? I'm not even subscribed to that page. Why the hell is that popping up on my thing? Maybe, we suggested because of your search history, this seemed like something that you would be interested in. No, how about sending me somebody I'm subscribed to, like you used to do? Send me that content. But you shoving all this other stuff I'm not subscribed to my page. See, that's what they do. You pay for that. They want you to pay for that. So the more you pay, the more they shove you. And if you don't pay, they're going to make you pay. And then people like these other guys on YouTube, don't want to say their names, the Campbell Soup guy, he always do all this loud talking, then come around, they be the first ones calling in, complaining about they were insulted, the video was disrespectful, the whole nine. Right. I get to go and watch it when most of it's over. Like, Kwame gets up early in the morning. I'm up late at night. So we have way two different schedules. So it's hard. We gotta, like, meet in the middle one time, like, I'm at evening. That's why it's kind of hard to get all of us, together. And he got things to do. I got things to do. But as a men, we get it. You understand? We get it. We understand what the purpose is. We understand what the mission is. You got clowns talking about why y'all wasn't out there passing out shoes. Well, why you didn't fly out there? So, they don't know how to come at it. Kwame, they don't know how to come. Whenever you gotta try to find a way to talk about somebody doing something, that means you are low life. I mean, my goodness, it's about the kids. You want to use this to make it a moment about you. How low down is that? I'm really disappointed in Choke, to be honest. I'm going to say his name. Yeah, I'm going to say Choke's name. I'm disappointed in him. I really am. I thought Choke was better than that. I really did. But then again, when people show you something, believe them. Just believe it. But what Choke did, and what Choke is really mad about, let me tell you what Choke is really mad about. He's mad because he been cut off from Jessica. And that they finna make a real documentary and do it the right way and not like with a doggone phone and no camera phone and doing it the way he did. They finna make a real documentary. And he's mad that Jessica people kind of thought like, whoa, this dude's a little out there. And they cut him off. And now they mad that they went on Kwame's platform. He mad that Kwame got invited to do the sit down for the documentary. Oh yeah, he hot about that. Now, why would you be mad when this really isn't about you? Choke, it's about Jessica. Anything she wanted to do would be like, hey, that's you. That happened, she went through the trauma. She went through all of it. That's on her. So that's what he's really mad about. Anything else come out of his mouth about anything else, that's the surface. So all you guys know the truth. That's what he really mad about. And Kwame didn't cut him off. Kwame did nothing to him at all. They reached out to Kwame Brown. He's not the reason that they decided to go in another direction and not Choke. I'm not the reason they should decide to go in another direction without Choke. I had nothing to do with that. When Choke do something, I give Choke his full credit. I'll be, hey, Choke said this, Choke did that. I'll be the first one to give him his credit. But I said Star was the reason. Star was the one that brought it to my attention before Choke. And Choke didn't bring it to me exactly at all. He just ended up putting out a documentary. But I got a lot of the information not from him. Now, Academics just put out a doggone Instagram where he admitted to everything I just said he did yesterday. See, y'all don't know because you don't live in this city that there's a lot of people's lives that are lost based on that War in Chirac series that he got on his YouTube page that he's partially responsible for. And y'all see, you can't blame Academics for the violence in Chicago. Y'all still got violence now. How you gonna blame that on Academics? That's because you're dumb. I didn't blame him for that. I blame him for what he just did. I blame him for what he played a part in. He just today or last night, because they sent it to me and said, I saw your video and I couldn't believe this dude was stupid enough to make a video actually saying exactly what you accused him of. This guy went around and said he was responsible. This is what he did. He made a video saying he was responsible for Chief Keef's success. He was the one that named him the Grim Reaper of the neighborhood when the bullets was flying at his head. Like it's a joke. And that's exactly what he did to not Chief Keef, to almost every other artist over there who weren't even artists, who wasn't even known. He took them, gave them some type of name that they didn't even have, and promoted that on his page, telling people where they're from, broadcasting them on his page, making them something that they're not. And then somebody else watching the academics page goes off and believes that this guy is the man because academics has built him up to be that. Then they come and knock their head off. Somebody comes along, knocks their head off their shoulders. And that person ain't here no more. That person starts seeing themselves on his page. They like, yeah, I'm blowing up. And they start riding with the name you gave them. And you created all of this false stuff and making up all this activity in your head. Oh, you better watch it because the other goons around the corner on 35th, people thought you was from the city. And he's still profiting off of the war in Chirac on his YouTube page today. You would think he would take this down and say, I'm gonna just take this down because I'm ashamed of it. I did this wrong. This is how I got started. Nope, no remorse. No remorse. This is why Vic Mensa, who sat next to him, said, I wanted to slap you in your face. You were making fun of somebody who just died. Where they do that at? Someone who just passed away, you're making fun of him, jokes. He was like, dude, you was making jokes about it. I was at that man's funeral. That's like my cousin. You know, I see his mom like every other day. They torn up by it. So while you think this is a joke in a game and you're making your YouTube videos, people are losing their lives. All his page is about destruction. It's not cap. It's real. Yep. So for everybody who's going up to support him, he's down there. There's been people who tried to play middlemen to get me and him to be cool. Like, y'all need to be cool. Thanks for the super chat. What's up, LB? LB said AK promised to take it down 2 years ago and he never did. Exactly. Never did it. Now, if he said he was going to remove it 2 years ago, why is it still there? Yeah. Well, they wanted to silence me. Because if Kwame Brown is the voice, I'm the megaphone. I'm going to blow it to the moon. They don't like that. Because now if we stop them over here, see, that's why it's we the people, the duplication. They can't silence something if everybody else is involved. Nobody's running my posse because each man is a boss. See, all bosses are getting together doing stuff. See, y'all focused on numbers. We're focused on the message. Salute. It's my brother, Kwame Brown. Just showing up. That's right. Man, I was just on here telling them about all that nonsense that they was doing. They out here spamming your page, my page. All because you don't go along. What's up, self-talk? Thank you, bro. This is what they do. Now, like I just told you, what academics was doing in the neighborhood in Chicago, promoting violence and making people go out and harm other people by promoting and agitating it. Here's him taking credit and admitting what he did just yesterday. I'm gonna let you listen to it.
Facts.
Fair use act.
Chief keep letting me on that red. That's facts. I DM'd him. I said, please, I'll come to California, whatever the case is. We could talk. Whatever you don't want to talk about is cool. Bro, he ain't answered. That's cool. Somebody said, Keith made you. Nigga, I helped make Keith, nigga. Nigga, I gave them niggas rep that they never had. I called that nigga the shot right Grim Reaper, nigga. That's why when he's getting shot at and shit happened to him, y'all are looking at it in disbelief. You know why? Because I created that fucking vision that he was untouchable. So
listen, he just admitted it. He just admitted it. He just admitted it. Right after I made my video, he admitted it. So for that little troll that kept coming in here, taking up for academics, that's his voice telling you what he just damn did, what I said he did. This fool admitted that he made these things up, gave them names while they were getting shot at. He's basically telling you, I made it all up. I made you a goon. I made you a superhero on the internet so I can get money, and people are now shooting at you. And there's people that's not here no more because of him. And who's protecting him now? Who does he run with? Charlemagne. Oh, that's his friend. Joe Budden. So their media platforms and the people that they know, he go crying to them every time there's a problem. And then they come along and fix it for him. The reason why he almost was canceled and lost all his money on Complex when he ran his mouth about somebody that was in that group who's a little bit bigger than him and too big for his britches. And Charlemagne couldn't save your job, could he? Now, Chrissy Teigen, she's a piece of work. People in the industry really don't even like her because of her nasty ways. But she has power. She is connected to the right people that's above the people you know. And when she snapped her fingers, you was out of a job. So now all these people who lost their lives, their families can file a class action lawsuit against DJ Academics. One, for his lack of respect. He didn't show any remorse, and his videos played a part in their child and loved one not being here anymore because of his reckless actions. He clearly stated this is what he did. And these are relatives to Chief Keef. Some of them are. We know about at least 5. There are more. There's at least 5 people that's not here no more, basically because of his video. No, you got to blame the creator of the video. Because the creator of the video, YouTube they just distributing your content. YouTube is not your boss. Let me explain that again. YouTube is not your boss. I don't work for YouTube. YouTube don't cut me a check. They're distributors. This is a platform that is used for distribution. You, as the creator, own your own content, which means you could take your video and put it on another platform. You don't have to get YouTube's permission. You could take your video and put it on Facebook. You put it on IG. You put it anywhere. You own it. They don't own it. So for all these people like, man, you work for YouTube. You know, they're stupid. They don't know anything. Oh, you got somebody in there for attention, somebody trolling, y'all getting on him. Y'all getting on that troll. That's right. Don't forget to follow Kwame Brown if you didn't follow him already. And make sure, because this is what they're doing too, Kwame. They are taking your subscriptions and they're unsubscribing people. They're unsubscribing people. And the people that select all and hit that notification bell, they'll take that bell away from them. And people be like, man, I know I subscribed and I hit the notification bell. And in some instances, they're unsubscribed and don't even know why. So make sure they hit that notification bell. So they can, when every time they go live, you get a notification. Because they'll say, well, we ain't got to send it to you. Oh, thanks, Kev. Kev Cook. You said it happened to you? You said, I didn't even get your notifications, you know. I know. This is the strength of people finding the video. This is the strength of the people. Right. I don't have to say nothing about academics at all. And I can just get money, right? Just go on and make money and do this. That's what other people tried to do. They tried to use middlemen to come in there and tell me, oh, come on, man, you know, you doing it, he doing it. No, I don't do what he do at all. I don't do that at all. Don't put me in the boat with him, ever. We are not the same. We are not alike. No, me and that person is not alike. Don't put me in the boat with that guy. And I was like, at one point, when early on, I was like, all right, well, let's sit down and talk so we could at least have grounds of respect. He felt he was too big to speak to anyone. Hello, Dominique. But yet and still, he's out here harming people. Now, instead of Chirac, it's the whole world he's doing it to. He's promoting and antagonizing beef on Twitch. He's doing all of this from behind the keyboard. Quando Rondo, Vaughn, how many more? This guy's going to keep doing this with. He's in there pretending, hated Rondo while he was pretending to be cool with Vaughn. The moment Vaughn passes away, he rolls right over to Rondo now. Promoting Rondo like crazy. Then promoting the fact people out to get him. Talking about, oh, yeah, they trying to take him out. He got a show here. He got canceled because you messing up his money. You're messing up his shows. People they're gonna be scared to book him. If I'm a promoter, I'll be scared to book him. Because you're creating an atmosphere for something to happen to him and harm that young man's life and a lot of other young black men's life. But yet, y'all don't see that. Y'all not respecting that. And that's the problem. All right, you got these, Snitch Nine and all these others. That's all. I can't roll with him because he's not somebody who's a civilian that came forward. He was this innocent kid who came forward. No, he's a scumbag who will sell out anybody, his own mother, to get away with something. His own baby mom explained to you the type of person he was early on. he has done this before. To get his way, he sold out another group because he was before he was rolling with Shotty and them. He was repping another gang in New York, right? Y'all know the Snitch Nine story. He was repping another gang, and you know what he did? He created a lie so he could roll over there and join Shotty and them. Anything he could to get out and go roll another group. Right? Anytime he will do anything, he's in concert. He's not somebody who's a civilian who was sitting on the sidelines. He was somebody who was in the group and doing all activities. He even got people doing work and activities for him, which he's admitted to in his own depositions. He admitted to beating on his baby mama and women in general. In his own deposition, when he took his plea deals, he admitted to crimes that he committed in his deposition. So no one's making up anything about that, gentlemen. That is what he does. So if he gets jammed up again, guess who's going to be found responsible again? You, the people. Carlo V, I can't. If I sit there and came out with a video saying Carlo V, the gangster from over here on 85th Street, he's running it hard. He's the Goonie Goon. He's the #1 caller over there. Can't nobody touch him. Carlo V. Right? And then somebody from over there sees this. This video gets through 250,000 views. You think people in that area are not going to watch the videos that's happening in that area? And they're going to be like, don't you call it over there? Yeah, I do. Who's Carlos V? Oh, he moving like that? All right, we're going to see him. And Carlos V, he's like all pumped up, right? Yeah, I'm the man. I'm Carlos V. Pop! Carlos V is now in a casket. Carlos V family is crying now. Who's responsible for that? So he has no responsibility for that. I would have no responsibility then. Carlos V, the scenario I gave you has happened. He's done just that. He just admitted to just doing just that. He just admitted it. He just took credit for it. I don't know if it's his vanity or his stupidity. So now, you don't have to. You can do what you want to do, but he is 90% responsible. Because you're highlighting these people, and you're putting a target on their backs. These people were never the people that they were. You made them that. Did you not hear the guy just said he made Chief Keef who he was?
Nigga, I helped make Keith, nigga. Nigga, I gave them niggas rep that they never had. I called that nigga the Shot Ride Grim Reaper, nigga. That's why when he's getting shot at and shit happened to him, y'all are looking at it in disbelief. You know why? Because I created that fucking vision that he was untouchable. So don't do it like it's one-sided. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. I've done a lot to create narratives and help rappers themselves. When 6ix9ine couldn't get an interview, I told Elliot, he knows that's the guy who signed him. I said, yo, you should get him an interview where he could talk to people. I'll come to California, whatever the case is. We could talk. Whatever you don't want to talk about is cool. Bro, he ain't answer. That's cool. Somebody said, Keith made you. Nigga, I helped make Keith, nigga. Nigga, I gave them niggas rep that they never had. I called that nigga the Shot Ride Grim Reaper, nigga. That's why when he's getting shot at and shit happened to him, y'all are looking at it in disbelief. You know why? Because I created that fucking vision that he was untouchable. So don't do it like it's one-sided. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. I've done a lot to create narratives and help rappers themselves.
To create narratives. A narrative is not a name. Why are you trying to still defend a person like that? The person just told you exactly what I told you they did. I have a list of names. I got a list of names of just some of the people he's done this to. Do you want me to go ahead and pull from the file and let you hear something you've never heard? Let me see if I have it here. Might not be here. Let me see. Give y'all a little something before we get out of here. Something you've never heard before. Some of you have. Let's listen.
Talk about his death. I'm like, man, I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about how a motherfucker died. I was like, I don't like that shit. I was like, dude, you know, niggas be dying a lot out here. And that's why I was telling Act. I was trying to warn academics years ago. I'm like, dog, you doing, he didn't know it was real. So my man sat in his chair on his show and told me, like, I feel like smacking the shit out of you right now when he said that. Exactly. Yep. When he said that, that's when he was on. you know, and then that's when they went and got.
Hold on. Trying to find out what his volume at. That was pretty low. All right, that was pretty low, but let me give y'all the.
About his death. I'm like, man, I don't want to talk about that. His chair on his show and told him. Like, I feel like smacking the shit out of you right now when he said that. Exactly. Yep. When he said that, that's when he was on. You know, and then that's when they went and got security. They didn't even have security then. That's crazy. They gotta have security, man. They didn't even have security. And that's what Joe Budden was like, we ain't had, who was gonna grab him? The cameraman? I was like, see? What the, man, like it's real. I'm like, yeah, dog. He was like, man, I'm gonna donate on stuff.
Listen to this.
Yeah, now he talking about, I'm gonna donate all the money I made off the war in Chirac. I'm gonna make a fund and I'm gonna donate to Chicago. Cause he know he done fucked up. And he knows he can't. He made them target people that was, he don't even realize how he got killed. He made them target people that was just, like, see the target people that was just, like, see the thing is with the internet, and like I say this in every interview, like I had a voice before the internet. Like every time I did an interview, if it was going in on me, if it was going in on Montana, if it was going in on anybody, I always let them know, like, and they'll be talking to the interviewer, like, did you know me before or after the internet? I've been had a name in Chicago running around, bro. Actually out here active. Unlike a lot of these people, the internet gave a lot of people voices that didn't deserve voices. So when these kids be on the internet, I'm smoking this nigga, how his dead ass got cooked, we gonna call his ass Tanya Head and shit like that. Academic was reporting on that. Yeah, making these people that don't even come out the crib and not even like that target. The thing is, they don't even know how to move because they not like that. They just on the internet. Yep. Then they step out here outside, riding in cars that don't have tinted windows, not know how to move. They don't have a blick on them. So they just ride and they get called open and they get smoked. I can name 5 people off the top of my head that I feel like DJ Academic got killed with the World Chirac story he was doing. Yep.
Do you? So don't think it's just me. Okay? Don't think it's just me. It's real. Now, most of you have never heard that. Now, if you on my Patreon, then you already know what's up. You didn't heard that full interview. I ain't gonna tell you who that is. If you don't know, you don't know. But know one thing. That's somebody from where y'all would call Chirac. That's from somebody who's over there. That's somebody who knows. That's somebody who know these people. So I'm not just talking from non-experience. I'm talking from people who actually know what the hell is going on. So I dropped the mic on that. Now y'all put the feet to the fire to your boy Academics. and say, why you out here doing that? Why you ain't trying to make it right? Because that's what need to be happening. Why you ain't out here making it right? The people is waiting at.